And welcome to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. Say hello to Dan Plesac and Harold Reynolds via NTT Home Plate Cam. I'm Fran Charles. Hope guys, under the circumstances, you're able to have a good weekend. We did actually, though, get some good news. The great Dodgers broadcaster Vince Scully is back home after spending a little time in the hospital after he took a fall at his house. But good to see that Vince back on his feet.
Well, he's one of the kindest people you're ever around. He always had that uplifting word. And I guess to put things in perspective, how he's feeling, he said, I'm not doing any more head first sliding. So he gave us a little indication how he fell and how he landed. But he's doing well, so that's great.
Now, great news to hear. Truly one of the legends of baseball and one of the icons in Los Angeles Dodgers baseball history. So happy that Vince is feeling better. And hopefully we're going to be playing some baseball fairly soon.
I tell you what, Dan, the players are right on your heels there. They're prepping in anticipation of a 2020 season, but they've been doing some great stuff away from the field during this time. One guy has been very involved, Dee Gordon. Let's check in with our good friends at Infield Chatter. Bob Holtzman is the very latest on Dee.
The Instagram post could not have been simpler. Make sure you head to Jesse's Rib Shack today if you or your family need a hot meal. The goal was equally simple.
Feed some families who aren't going to be able to eat because these kids aren't in school. They could be missing out on 2 meals a day.
And just like that, Dee Gordon found a weekly way to feed those in need and support small family-owned restaurants challenged by this shutdown. Every Saturday, Gordon pulls up and buys meals for hundreds of people. It's a big deal to everyone but him.
It's what I'm supposed to do. I've been blessed to play Major League Baseball for the last 10 years in the major, so I just want to be able to help.
This isn't the first time Gordon has given back. In fact, he's spent much of his career helping children around the world, and 3 times has been a finalist for the prestigious Roberto Clemente Award.
I want to make sure that I'm doing my part to help my community, and when I die, nobody will talk about the guy I was on the baseball field. They'll talk about the humanitarian I was off the field. Oh, you got hiccups.
He is a very good ball player, determined to be a great father, a great husband, and a great guy. And while he feeds people every Saturday near his home in Florida, part of Gordon's heart is also in Seattle, one of the cities hardest hit by COVID-19.
I know so many people that I've been texting and communicating with who are definitely hit hard by this. Stay strong, stay home, and make sure we get through this together.
All right, we thank Bob Holtzman. That is tremendous stuff that Mariners second baseman Dee Gordon is involved with, and we are pleased to be joined by Dee. Dee, it's Fran Charles, Harold Reynolds, and Dan Plesac. First off, congratulations on winning the Hutch Award. Why is it so important for you to make sure that you're involved so much in all the communities that you've lived in?
Because honestly, the communities raised me. Using the saying "it takes a village." I'm definitely part of that. When my mom died when I was 7, it was it's just tough, and the community Avon Park, Florida raised me and made me who I was today. And just I'm just thankful and happy that I'm able to do this because, like I said, my community raised me. My uncles, my aunties, my cousins raised me, and it wasn't just my mom and dad. So I want to make sure I can help everybody and help every kid.
Hey, Dee, it's Harold here. We always talk a lot. I love what you're doing. I love who you are as a person. Talk to me about Jesse's, because I love me some barbecue ribs too. So you're not only just throwing food out there, you're bringing something with it on it. So talk to us about Jesse's and how that all came about.
Jesse's is actually one of my favorite places here in Orlando. And me and Jamal have a really good friendship. And I just wanted to help a friend. And in helping a friend, I was actually helping help others as well. And that's just kind of where it came from. I hope I want to issue an apology to Jamal and Jesse's Real Shack if the publicity is too much. I'm sorry, but I'm just greatly appreciate them because I was just trying to help my friend, and going through it because this is a tough time, especially in the food industry, and people may not be able to pay the prices for that plate instead of just having somebody eat, the bare minimum, I wanted to be able to help a kid be full, hopefully all weekend, because I can't finish his plates in one sitting myself.
And Dee, you go by there personally too. You were telling
Yeah,
me the other day you stop by once a week or every other day or something like that.
yeah.
Tell people
I
about
stop
that a little bit.
by, try to stop by on Saturday just to make sure everything running smoothly, make sure everybody's good, and just make sure he good, make sure I pay him, and that's it. That's pretty that simple. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I'm out handing out things because I can't right now. I have a 2-month-old daughter, and I have to do the right things by her and my wife. So just trying to make sure I help any way possible.
Hey, D, it's Dan. Some people, some guys, when they get into baseball, they have dreams or aspirations. Have you always been a guy that thought, if I ever make it, I want to make sure that I help people out along the way?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dan. That was like a really big deal for me. I was like, I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna help everybody. And then I was like, oh snap! You can't help everybody. You gotta help. You gotta help who you can. So that's pretty much where I'm at with it. And I'm not gonna lie to you. Some nights I still go to sleep like I wish I could help more people. But truth of the matter is, you try to help one, and hopefully, you spark interest in their life to where they can go do it for someone else, and it just starts to kind of change the world. You may not change it before you die, but look for it as hopefully one day you help something good come out of it. That's pretty much it for me. That's the only thing I want back. I don't want to be on the TV shows or none of that. As much as it's awesome and it's gratifying, I would love to just help and keep it moving.
Dee, the Hutch Award is named after the late Fred Hutchinson, who passed away way too soon, was a player and manager, had lung cancer at the age of 45, and they have a big cancer research institute in his honor. It's been awarded for 50 plus years. 14 of the players who've received it, they're in the Hall of Fame. What's it mean to you to get this award?
Man, it means a lot. I got 3 nominations for the Roberto Clemente Award, which is unbelievably outstanding, personally. But for the Hutch, it's a little bit different. No disrespect to anyone or anything. It's because there's one solo winner. The nominees aren't really like, brought out like it is with the Clemente Award. So it's more of a like one singular award for one guy. And just to be that one guy with all the great major leaguers out there, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Dee, playing in Seattle, I know the first impact of Fred Hutchinson Award and that community and what that Fred Hutchinson Center has done for cancer research and being there based in Seattle. So that's pretty cool. Let's talk a little baseball for a second, okay? You talked about making sure you're home. You have a new little daughter and your wife. How are you getting any baseball in? And because we're going to play at some point, hopefully. How are you staying ready?
So my agent and I, literally before the COVID-19 happened, I'm really like proactive on paying attention to what's going on and things like that. And so we were kind of trying to get, once we seen like what was going on, like maybe when the guy came out with when Gobert got the coronavirus, I was like, yo, we're gonna have to go home. So we need to start setting up some stuff to get home for me to train. So I got at first I had my trainer coming, but then I was like, you know what? I don't trust that. So I got a weightlifting machine, a tunnel weightlifting machine sent to my house, and I work out with that. And then I also got a cage coming, but I have a half a cage in the backyard right now. So I have an inflatable cage coming so I can get the rest of my work.
Now, Dee, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're also involved with a venture that is helping to get those N95 masks to people and also hospital workers, correct?
Yeah, I got one of them on actually. It's about Incognito. They give you N95 mask, and we got the Dodgers, the Mariners, and the Marlins. We got colors
like
for
the
each one of my
Chargers.
teams. Yeah, it does actually with the yellow. But yeah, we got one for each one of our teams with a N95 filter, and just trying to help. The proceeds that I'm getting from it are going straight to Don Rising, and with everyone that's bought, there will be a hospital worker get one of these for free to help them as well. So just trying to help, like I said, try to help everybody, even though I can't please that.
And as mentioned, Dee Gordon, one of the great athletes in all of baseball. So no surprise you were able to so smoothly rock Demita to sleep there at home. 2-month-old, gotta get a lot of rest, rocking the baby. That's what works real smooth. Good job, Dee.
Thank you, sir. It's definitely something to get used to. I'm not used to being a focal point of somebody's life where if she crying, I gotta make sure she good. I'm usually be like, oh, here you go, big sister, here's your baby back. I can't do that right now.
No, that's yours.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Stay safe and best of the family.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate you. And once again, thank you to everybody at the Hutch Center. And once again, to everybody who voted for me and Jamal with Jesse's Rib Shack. If you guys get to Florida, y'all heard me, Google it, go tell them Dee sent you.
All right, guys, coming up, it's the best of the best. MLB's Dream Bracket is down to the quarterfinals. Coming up next, we'll zero in on the National League. It's after the break.
MLB Tonight is presented by Camping World, making RVing fun and easy since 1966. Visit campingworld.com today.
And welcome back to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. Let's dive right into it here. The MLB Dream Bracket, presented by DraftKings. We're down to the quarterfinals. You got the Yankees and the Red Sox. They're advancing to the semis. Coming up Tuesday, you're going to see the quarterfinals of the National League. Got the Cardinals taking on the Reds, followed by the Dodgers and the Brewers. The best of the best. So let's bring back Dan and Harold here. Let's break down these two matchups. And H, I'm going to start with you. What do you see? Handicap here, the Cardinals and the Reds for me.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're both loaded, but I'm sorry. The Cincinnati Reds may have the greatest all-time lineup, period. I mean, you start looking through that lineup, and it is just lethal all the way through. The DH hit 49 home runs one year and always showed up in the World Series. I got to go with the Cincinnati Reds. Even if you go to the pitching staff, I got Tom Seaver on the pitching staff, and maybe the Cardinals come back a little bit with the pitching. Dizzy Dean, Bob Gibson, I like Wainwright-Carpenter combo. But Mario Soto, Dan, he may have had the best changeup in the history of baseball. That team was ridiculous. But Dan, I'm sitting there going, my battle was tough, but you played in Milwaukee. I hope you can get back in there because that Dodger lineup, you picking against the Dodgers, picking your Brewers. I don't know. It's going to be tough. What are you going to do, Dan?
You know what, Harold? It was a tough one to even win the opening game. I was fortunate to be able to get Orlando Cepeda to ground into a double play to preserve a win in round one. Look at that lineup that the Dodgers are putting in, right? Jackie Robinson at the top, Duke Snider, Roy Campanella, Steve Garvey, Ron Say, and Pee Wee Reese. But listen, we've got Batman Robin at the top of the order, Mauer, Yount, Yelich, and Cooper. That 1, 2, 3, 4 is about as good as it gets. And Gantner down at the bottom. So not so fast, Dodgers. You look at the pitching lineup right here. This looks a little bit one-sided. I'm gonna call it the way it is. Right? Not looking too good that the Brew Crew are gonna be able to score some runs. But you know what? Anytime you play them, you got a chance to win. So
you didn't pick.
Oh, yeah, that's right, Dan. You didn't pick. That's right, that's very smooth.
I'm staying with the Brew Crew. Listen, once a brewer, always a brewer. Yes, pulling an upset in the bracket, Brew Crew.
All right, we got to let you get your bullpen session in before you end up pitching, maybe coming and close the quarterfinals of Game 1. All right, so, hey, on this date, by the way, a couple of interesting things have happened throughout the years, April 27th. Let's take a look at one time for Winning Together, presented by Doosan.
28-year-old right-hander Derek Lowe on the mound.
Winds, kicks, and deals. Swing and a miss at a curveball.
But Lowe has settled in. He's not allowed to hit.
Lowe has struck out the side and is not allowed to hit.
Ricky Henderson comes up there now.
Fastball hit high and deep to left. Way back. Gone. A home run. 1-0 Boston. All eyes on Derek Lowe. Was not allowed to hit through 8 innings. Swing and a soft line drive to Sanchez. Sanchez. He has it in shallow right for the out.
One away in the ninth inning.
The line drive looped into left center field. On comes Ricky, and he makes the catch. Derek Lowe is 1 out away with Jason tying to the face.
And we could be on the verge of history.
Swinging a ground ball, bounce to second. Sanchez has it to Offerman, and Derek Lowe has pitched a no-hitter. It's the first no-hitter at Fenway Park since 1965.
All right, Derek Lowe's not the only pitcher who had a great April 27th. In fact, 39 years ago. We'll tell you what the crafty lefty Fernando Valenzuela accomplished. That's next.
Winning Together is presented by Doosan. Doosan and MLB remind you to stay at home and stop the spread. MLB Tonight is brought to you by GoDaddy. All the help and tools you need to be online. Start now at GoDaddy.com.
Players are showing off their skills, going one-on-one in the MLB The Show battle here. Upcoming schedule, we got Amir Garrett going up against Lucas Giolito, and Tommy Kahnle will battle Lance McCullers Jr. We'll hit the quarterfinals once we hit the month of May, and ESPN and Fox Sports, they both have you covered. Hey, we showed you what Derek Lowe did back on this day, April 27th. Let's go back to 39 years to 1981. Fernando Mania. Fernando Valenzuela, this is 5th start of the year, got his 4th shutout, 5th complete game. This guy took the league by storm. Here are his numbers here through the first 5 starts. Check this out, though, guys. He was 8-0 through his first 8 starts, had a .50 ERA. This guy was lights out. All right, so NTT home plate cam brings back Dan and Harold. I am Fran, and guys, Harold, let me start with you. Give me a picture that you can think of that had either an amazing beginning or amazing stretch throughout his career.
Well, I'll never forget, I was in high school, and Mark the Bird Fidrich came out talking to the baseball, and you're like, who is this guy? And so we started doing that in wiffle ball, right? But if you look at the numbers and the performance this guy put together, it was unbelievable. His rookie year, his rookie of the year in 76, he was 19-9, the 2.34 ERA. He's only 21 years old. He started the All-Star game. That's unheard of. But here's the thing, Dan, that was amazing, is 29 starts. He had 24 complete games, and he threw 5 starts with 10 innings or more. It was just a totally different game. So I remember Fidrich. Dan, were you talking to the ball too when you were coming up, checking out Fidrich?
No, I was talking to it, Harold, a few times as it was flying out of the ballpark. But no, I didn't talk to the baseball. But a guy that really intrigued me from the New York area, Dwight Gooden. And I think when you look back at starts of career, I don't think anybody captured a major market like Dwight Gooden. And he had just this aura about him. Explosive fastball up in the zone, great command of the fastball. Broke into the big leagues when he was 19, but really the pitch was that signature 12-6 overhand curveball. He had as good a fastball curveball combination as there was in the game. Debuted at 19 years old. How about this? Won the Cy Young, friend, with a 24-4 record and a 1.53 ERA. And get this, 276 in 2/3 innings.
Another guy doesn't get a ton of dap because he's underrated. John Tudor, go back to 1985, last 25 starts, 19-1, 1.32 ERA, 13 complete games, 10 shutouts. Like you said, H, it was definitely a different time. I'm going to take a break here on MLB Tonight. And we come back, we'll check in with a modern-day pitcher, Kyle Freeland. A couple years back, he had a great year. And we'll show you what Freeland is doing to get ready for 2020. That's coming up next.
Home Plate Cam is presented by NTT.
And welcome back to MLB Tonight, presented by Camping World. So, Kyle Freeland getting ready in hopes for a 2020 season, but killing some time here and doing a nice job with his wedge. Although DP, each shot looked like it was more and more difficult. I don't know. He had me at hello with the first one, but then I don't know about these, Dan. What do you think?
I'll tell you the one I was most impressed with, that little flop wedge on the billiards table. He has a really good-looking swing, but friend, he's starting to go up, down, around, over light fixtures, dog in the background, bank shot. Here's another dog in the shot here. And this one here, this is an incredible shot. Little lob wedge up on the ledge there. I don't know. Harold, I've seen Tiger Woods do some amazing things. Are you buying all that?
Dan, I'm having a tough time buying it. I look at it, but you're my guy that's going to give me the litmus test. We've got time. You go check it out, test it. If you're hitting some shots and you're saying, Harold, it's legit, then I'm going to believe Kyle Freeman.
You know what? When we get off right now, I'm going to set up my own golf course here in Weehawken, New Jersey. I'm going to get right after it, Harold.
There you go.
And you know he is, H. You know he is. All right, guys.
Oh, yeah.
See you next time.